The Amazon rainforest is home to the deadliest snakes on Earth. Some crush, some poison, some paralyze before you can see. Today, we're uncovering the dark truth about one of them, the snake that has killed more than you think, the predator that hides where you least expect it. This is Green Anaconda. Stay till the end, because what this snake can do to a human body will make your blood run cold. Green Anaconda. There is a moment that every researcher who has worked in the Amazon waterways describes with the same quality of language. Not excitement, not scientific detachment, but something closer to primal unease. You are moving through shallow water, pushing through floating vegetation, and you realize that what you thought was a submerged log has scales, and it is looking at you, not moving, not threatening, just watching from beneath the surface, with a stillness so complete that it reads less like an animal waiting and more like the river itself becoming aware of your presence. That is the Green Anaconda, not a snake that announces itself, not a predator that needs to. The largest snake by mass on Earth, lying in the water it has owned for millions of years, deciding whether you are worth its attention. The Green Anaconda's scientific name is Eunectes marinus. Eunectes means good swimmer in Greek, a name that understates the reality considerably. This snake does not simply swim well. It is more capable in water than most animals that spend their entire lives there. It moves through flooded forest, river channels, swamps, and shallow lake margins with a fluid efficiency that makes its enormous size irrelevant in an aquatic environment. On land, it is slow, heavy, and visibly uncomfortable with its own mass. In water, it becomes something else entirely, weightless, fast, and completely in its element. The Amazon basin, with its vast networks of rivers, lakes, and seasonally flooded forest, is not just the anaconda's habitat. It is the environment the anaconda was specifically and precisely built for. Size is where the Green Anaconda separates itself from every other snake on Earth. It is not the longest snake. That record belongs to the reticulated python, but length is not the same as mass, and mass is where the anaconda has no competition. A fully grown females are significantly larger than males in this species, can reach 8 to 9 meters in length and weigh over 250 kilograms. The body circumference of a large adult female is comparable to a telephone pole. The muscle mass contained within that body is almost incomprehensible until you understand what it is used for. Every kilogram of that muscle exists for one purpose: to generate constricting force that nothing the anaconda wraps itself around can escape. Constriction is not suffocation in the way most people understand it. For decades, the accepted explanation was that anacondas and other constrictors kill by preventing their prey from breathing, squeezing until the lungs cannot expand. Recent research has fundamentally revised that understanding. Constriction kills primarily through cardiac arrest. The pressure applied by a constricting anaconda is sufficient to stop blood circulation almost immediately. The heart cannot beat against that external force, and the prey animal loses consciousness within seconds rather than minutes. The prey does not struggle for air. It loses circulatory function faster than it can process what is happening. For an animal as large as the Green Anaconda, this process happens with a speed and efficiency that makes the size of the prey almost irrelevant once the coils are in place. The prey list of the Green Anaconda reads like a catalog of Amazon danger. Capybara, the world's largest rodent, weighing up to 65 kilograms, is a regular target. Caiman, armored reptiles with their own considerable capacity for violence, are taken in the water. Deer, peccaries, tapirs, and large fish are all documented prey. There are credible accounts of anacondas taking jaguars, though confirmed cases are rare enough to remain contested in the scientific literature. What is not contested is that the Green Anaconda is capable of consuming prey that seems physically impossible given even its own extraordinary size. The jaw structure of a snake is not fixed the way mammalian jaws are. The lower jaw is connected by flexible ligaments that allow it to expand around objects far wider than the snake's resting head diameter. A large anaconda can swallow a full-grown capybara whole, beginning at the head and working the body through its digestive system over a process that takes days. The hunting method of the green anaconda is defined entirely by patience and water. It does not chase. It does not pursue prey across open ground. It positions itself in shallow water at the margins of rivers and lakes, submerged to the point where only its eyes and nostrils are above the surface, and it waits. Hours, sometimes longer. When prey comes to the water to drink, to cross, or simply to move through the flooded forest margins, the anaconda is already there. The strike is sudden and covers a short distance, a lightning-fast bite that grips the prey with backward-curving teeth designed to prevent any pulling away, followed immediately by the throwing of coils around the prey's body before it can react to the initial contact. From the moment the teeth make contact to the moment the coils are fully engaged is a matter of seconds. After that, the outcome is almost always certain. The green anaconda is an ambush predator of exceptional patience, but it is also capable of active hunting when conditions favor it. In the dry season, as water levels in the Amazon basin drop and prey, animals concentrate around shrinking water sources. Anacondas become more actively mobile, moving between pools and channels, tracking prey through scent and heat detection, and hunting with a frequency that the high water season does not demand. The dry season is when the largest prey captures tend to occur, when the anaconda's control of water access gives it maximum leverage over animals that have no choice but to approach the water it controls. The reproductive biology of the green anaconda is as extreme as everything else about it. Females release chemical signals during mating season that attract multiple males simultaneously, resulting in breeding aggregations called breeding balls. A mass of males coiled around a single female, sometimes for weeks, each competing to position himself for mating. A single female can be surrounded by up to 12 males at once. The female, significantly larger than any of the males, has complete physical control of the situation and determines the outcome through her own movement and positioning. After mating, the female carries her young internally. The green anaconda gives birth to live young rather than laying eggs. A single birth can produce between 20 and 40 live young, each one already between 60 and 80 centimeters long at birth and fully capable of hunting independently from their first day of life. The mother provides no parental care after birth. The young anacondas disperse immediately into the water, carrying the complete genetic programming of one of Earth's most effective predators from the moment they enter the world. In the indigenous cultures of the Amazon basin, the green anaconda occupies a position of enormous mythological and spiritual significance. The Dasana people of the Colombian Amazon regard the anaconda as a cosmic being, a creature that connects the physical world with the spiritual world that underlies it. In Amazonian shamanic traditions across multiple distinct cultures, the anaconda appears as a symbol of transformation, of the river's power, of the force of nature that exists beneath the visible surface of things. These are not decorative myths. They are the accumulated understanding of peoples who have lived alongside the anaconda for thousands of years and have correctly identified it as something that operates at a different level of the natural order than ordinary animals, something ancient, something that the river and the forest produce as a kind of ultimate expression of what life in the Amazon can become when it is given enough time and enough water and enough space to reach its full potential. The green anaconda needs that space. It requires intact, connected waterway systems to hunt effectively, to find mates, and to maintain the population density that keeps the species ecologically functional. Deforestation in the Amazon basin does not simply remove trees. It fragments the water systems that connect anaconda habitat across the landscape. Drained wetlands, channeled rivers, and cleared forest margins eliminate the shallow water hunting environments that the anaconda depends on. The species is not currently classified as endangered. but its dependence on intact Amazonian waterway systems means that its long-term survival is directly tied to the survival of the Amazon itself, an ecosystem that is under more pressure today than at any point in its history. The water is still. The floating vegetation moves slightly with the current. Nothing appears to be there, but something is. Something that has been there, in one form or another, for millions of years. Patient, massive, and completely at home in a world that most other creatures only pass through. The Green Anaconda does not need to announce itself. The river announces it. Every animal that comes to drink already knows, at some level below conscious thought, that the water holds things that are older and more capable than anything walking on the bank above it.